Erickson Hammer Lubin, a former 154-pound title challenger, will square off with Attou, making his American debut in this 154-pound affair. Attou is 37 years of age, a former European champion. He is unbeaten in his last 11, 10-0 with one draw, but facing by far the toughest examination of his career. Meanwhile, the only loss of Lubin's career came in a title fight against former 154-pound belt holder Jermell Charlo back in October 2017 when Charlo dropped him and stopped him with one punch in the opening round. Lubin told us that he is sure he will see Jermell in the ring again. Lubin has won 2 in a row since. In his last fight back in February, he returned from a 10-month layoff, becoming the first person to stop 40-year-old former 154-pound titleist Ishe Smith, sending the first Las Vegas-born boxing title holder into retirement. As for the numbers, here's Al Bernstein.
One of the numbers that jumps out at you is the age of Attou, 37 years of age. But I can tell you, looking at video of him, even though he's giving away age to Lubin, he is a very athletic 37-year-old. Look at the weights tonight. Lubin going all the way up to 167 pounds. Portent maybe of middleweight things to come for him.
So 2 different divisions going into this actual contest. And with the official ring introductions, here once again the maestro of the microphone, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the NRG Arena here in Houston, Premier Boxing Champions presents our next attraction, once again brought to you by Lions Only Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime, sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Suleiman, the supervisor in attendance, Jaime Salas. Introducing our judges scoring from ringside. From Plano, Texas, Jesse Reyes. From Bradenton, Florida, Mike Ross. And from Henderson, Nevada, Corey Santos. And presenting our referee, our third man in the ring, John Shorley. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight World Title Eliminator. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with purple trim, joining us from Paris, France. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds. His record stands at 27 wins, 6 losses and 2 draws, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Undefeated in his previous 10 bouts, please welcome the former European champion and current IBF number 6 junior middleweight contender, introducing Zakaria Attou. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. This 12-round attraction enters the ring wearing gray trunks with blue and red trim. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, he weighed in the same as his opponent, 153 3/4 pounds. His record, 20 wins, only 1 defeat, with 15 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former world title challenger and current WBC number 4 ranked contender, introducing the hard-hitting Erickson, the Hammer Lubin. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, John Shorley.
Go, Lubin. Okay, right there's good, right there's good. Okay, guys, WBC title eliminator. Give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
John Shorley in his 27th year as a professional referee. This is his 510th professional bout, scheduled for 12 rounds at 154 pounds.
Ready? Ready?
The bell and round number 1, the southpaw Lubin in the gray with red and blue trunks. Attou in the white and purple trunks.
Attou has not fought on this kind of stage and certainly admits that Lubin is the best fighter he's fought. So the question is, will the moment get to him? That's something that I think is of concern in some respect.
It's definitely an important fight for him, but it was also not the most vociferous or loud arena. He has been European champion in France, so I would assume he's fought in this kind of atmosphere. But of course, the level of opposition is much less than Lubin.
Attou describes himself as a box and move guy. Lubin again with 15 knockouts and 20 victories. Known for his power. Nickname is Hammer. He's dubbed his right hand Jack, his left hand Sledge. Minute gone here in the opening frame.
See some of the movement from Attou. He is very nimble on his feet. He's got quick feet and quick hands, and he wants to use them both in this fight.
Not a puncher by any means, with just 6 knockouts in his 27 victories. Pivots away from the ropes, pins Lubin in the corner.
Kevin Cunningham, in his second fight with Lubin, has said they worked on his balance, his footwork, and they think those are 2 key things that they've improved.
Yeah, Cunningham wanting to show him how to set up his opponent for different shots instead of just being out there throwing punches. Lubin showing patience, has Attou along the ropes.
A little sneaky right hand there by Attou. Didn't quite get there. That's his best punch.
See the feet getting a little caught up there as Attou tried to go skate away to the right. You got to watch that with the southpaw and the left-hander. Also have to watch clash of heads at times.
45 seconds left in the opening round, and there's Lubin with a shot to the body, straight left down the middle, forcing Attou to retreat to the corner. Just misses with that right, then lands with that right hook. So Lubin tagging Attou here in round 1, under 30 seconds left in the frame, and again, jabbing to the body. That left hand was blocked by Attou. Oh, counter right hand by Attou.
Yeah, Attou has to do a little bit more of that to take away some of the confidence Lubin has right now. Otherwise, Lubin's going to be walking him down very, very carefree.
We'll take a look at the keys to victory for both of these fighters, and we will start with Erickson Lubin.
Take a deep breath.
Cutting off the ring's important, and we saw him do that in round 1. We know Attou is going to move a lot in this fight. Talked about the balance of Lubin, and he showed that, not lunging in to try and get to his fleet opponent. The left hand is a very good punch for him, but we saw the right hook more in round 1, and that's also a good punch for Lubin. As for Attou, we didn't see it in round 1, but he is capable of punching in combination. He's going to need to do that to keep Lubin busy. We saw some lateral movement from him. We saw him wheel away from difficult moments against the ropes. And he tried to land his right hand on several occasions. He'll try and do that a lot more as this fight wears on.
The bell in round 2, and coming into this fight, Al, according to Showstats, Lubin landing nearly 50% of his power punches, which is always a good percentage in terms of power.
Boy, is it ever. And it's 48% to be precise, and he's very good with those power punches. And of course, a power punch, according to Showstats, is anything other than the jabs.
Attou again throwing the right, just avoiding that jab by Lubin, but Attou fighting off the back foot. Being backed into the corner. Lubin with the straight left, another left.
Set that up with the jab downstairs, the left hand upstairs.
Blocks, Lubin blocks that looping right hand by Attou. Sharp jab lands for Lubin.
Attou moving, believe it or not, moving less in his fight than he normally does. I mean, you know, normally he would really be in his bicycle and moving, but he's stayed in the pocket a little bit more with Lubin.
He's moving, but he's trying to stay in punch position.
Yes. And it gets again nailed with that left hand by Lubin. Another left hand. Attou now holding on. Lubin trying to wrench himself free. Lubin continues to stalk Attou. 1:30 left in the second round.
The straight left has become a big weapon already for Lubin, as we thought it would be.
And Lubin sneaking in a lead right hook behind Attou's guard as well, as Attou again finds himself back foot on the ropes. Not much movement as he eats another straight left and another. And now Lubin teeing off on Attou.
Attou has to do something to get that respect.
Attou being overwhelmed here in round 2 by Lubin. Final minute. Attou pivots away, not returning fire, trying to find some way to stop Lubin. Misses with a wild right hand.
Keeps getting caught in that corner, and that's a dangerous posture for Attou.
Attou, wild technique here, just trying to find some way to score on Lubin with a half a minute remaining in the second round. It all Erickson Lubin. Lead, left uppercut just missed by Lubin. So a strong second round for the former 154-pound title challenger Erickson Lubin. And we talk about Lubin working with Kevin Cunningham. They've been together now for about a year, and in preparation for tonight's fight, Lubin found time to hit the beach with his trainer, Kevin Cunningham.
You set? Sprint! Dig, 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 dig. Push it, push it, push, 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 push. All the way through, all the way through. Sprinting in this sand ain't no joke. Because the harder they run, the deeper you go in the sand.
Being on the sand, it builds your endurance, and you have to push through that. You know, it actually helps you get into real blast shape.
Set, sprint! Dig, 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 dig. Push, 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 push. All the way through. Good job. 5 down. You can't do this too close to the fight. We usually shut down doing sand drills about 3 weeks before the fight.
This is round number 3, scheduled for 12 in the 154-pound weight class. We are coming to you from Houston, Texas. Mauro Ranallo, Al Bernstein, Paulie Malignaggi at ringside, joined by Brian Custer, Jim Gray, Steve Farhood, and our crack Showtime Championship boxing crew. And again, Lubin hemming Attou in the corner, making Attou pay.
Lubin, interestingly, has never faced an opponent with a losing record. So he's fought good opposition, and tonight he is showing why he is the best fighter that Attou has faced thus far.
Attou, who also works as a boxing commentator in his native France. Only reigning titleist from France currently, bantamweight belt holder Nordine Ubali.
Yeah, we saw him on Showtime. He's an excellent fighter.
And again, Attou throwing that right hand, but missing. Lubin very calm and controlled, very focused, walking forward.
And Attou, again, has not been able to land anything to get Lubin's respect. And unless he's able to do that, he keeps Lubin's confidence just growing as he stalks his opponent and walks him down.
And you know what? Despite having had 21 pro bouts, having already fought for a championship, still at 23, Lubin, the third youngest fighter in the 154-pound top 50. And Al, as Attou now trying to come forward. You talk to Kevin Cunningham, he doesn't agree that a 21-year-old Lubin, no matter how much hype was behind him, should have been in with a guy like Jermell Charlo when he was.
Yeah, he was very good left hand by Lubin. He was very vociferous that he thought that if he was around with that team, he would not have wanted Lubin to go into that fight. He said, I'm not saying he can't beat Jermell Charlo sometime, but that was rushing him into it.
And Jermell Charlo upset by Tony Harrison, was supposed to have the rematch with him last Sunday. Harrison injured. Charlo starching last-minute replacement Jorge Cota, and of course he will be supporting his brother Jermell, as Jermell Charlo recently made the full 160-pound titleist in the WBC, defends the title against upset-minded Brandon Adams. Coming up next in our main event, the Houston homecoming for the hitman Jermell Charlo.
That's the way to tie all that together.
In my first rodeo. There have been a few rodeos in this building, by the way.
Yeah.
30 seconds left in the third. The jab for Lubin has been in the face of Attou. Misses with that left uppercut. But now Attou turning the tables, but really just mugging Lubin and smothering his offense.
Yeah, smothering his own self. And I think he's not even confident to stay at a punching distance because he's scared Lubin's shots are going to come out at rapid fire. So even Attou, when he gets Lubin in position, is not confident enough to let it go at the right distance.
La glace. Ice. On l'a vu. We saw. You're injured.
On s'en bat les couilles. Pas de gloire sans souffrance, Zach.
Your shoulder is injured.
On va bagarrer. Relâche.
We will fight. Focus on our game plan.
On va encore pas. Non. Pas de gloire sans souffrance.
Are you okay? Breathe.
On va essayer. Les deux biceps sont en vrac, on y va quand même.
I know you're injured.
Si on peut pas, j'arrête.
Come on.
Non. Mental de Léonidas. Tiens. Mental Léonidas.
Manny Lafifi translating the French spoken in Attou's corner, and judging from what he says, is Attou dealing with some kind of injury?
That's what they're suggesting, though. They didn't designate exactly what that was.
You heard him mention his shoulder, but you're right, there was no real designation, and obviously Attou has answered the bell for round 4. But finds himself along the ropes, finds himself again backing up Lubin, measuring him up with the jab. There's a straight left to the midsection by Lubin.
When Lubin has thrown that straight left downstairs, it has been really effective.
There's Attou going downstairs to the body, but gets clipped with the right hook by Lubin.
For a moment, we saw the combination punching that Attou is capable of, but it didn't do anything to Lubin.
There's a left, right hook, left uppercut. Attou eating these punches, and he's on the ropes. He's sitting on the ropes. Referee shortly allowed him to do so.
Start now.
And there he goes down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay there. Okay? Okay.
Here in round 4, Attou goes down for the 3rd time in his career, and his corner throws in the towel. Erickson Lubin picks up the TKO win here in the 4th round, and Lubin wins his 3rd straight since his first opportunity at a 154-pound title. Just 23 years of age, and obviously Attou in a world of hurt.
I believe it may be the bicep that was injured.
Overwhelmed from the outset.
And it was, in fact, the bicep that was injured. Jim Gray just gave us that information, and I'm transferring it to you. But, you know, he didn't have the power to deal with Erickson Lubin, and the boxing ability that he does possess, he was never able to truly get that into play here tonight and leaves not only with a loss but also an injury. We'll take a look at round 3, where it would appear that maybe this bicep situation became an issue. Coming forward and kind of involved in a clinch here, and as he moves away, we may get some idea. Yeah, he looks down at his bicep, and clearly he's in pain there. So that's a great replay to demonstrate where the problem may have started, and they alluded to it in his corner.
The problem was much bigger than the biceps injury in this fight tonight against Lubin.
True.
Yeah, I mean, he was never really in the fight, but of course, an injury like that will also prevent your output. And you see in the final barrage, he needs to punch in between these punches if he's going to have a chance here to survive this barrage. But there, that shot hurt him behind the ear, and then after that, he wasn't even good enough to. He wasn't basically conscious enough at that point. Once that initial shot hit him behind the ear, there's another one behind the ear that you can see his legs buckle.
He's teeing off with so many punches.
If you don't punch in between these shots by Lubin, you're not gonna. He's just gonna continue.
Well, it may not have been saved by the bell, but this instance, Zach was saved by the towel from his corner.
I thought it was smart. He wasn't good. It doesn't seem like his arm is healthy either. And he was only going to get more hurt.
So where Lubin landing the right hook, it was a big weapon for him in addition to straight left hands, and he mixed in the uppercut there. So, and that straight left hand was probably the most damaging of the bunch, but good combination punching by Lubin. And also, we talked about balance. Look, he stays on balance. He doesn't smother himself. He lands these punches very well. So yes, Attou didn't have the power to deal with him, and he was likely to win this fight, but the way he did it, I think, was impressive. And the technique he showed there portends good things for Erickson Lubin.
A luminous performance by Erickson Lubin. So Erickson Lubin picks up an important victory here, running his win streak to 3 in a row. He is now 21-1 with 16 wins via form of knockout. Let's make it official with Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 19 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, John Shorley, recognizes the corner request. He stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout for the WBC Super Welterweight World Title Eliminator, the hard-hitting Erickson, the Hammer Lubin.